Well, how cool is this? A Commodore 64 Mini. Awesome! I recently came home from a trip and I was feeling kind of down in the dumps, and my wife got me one of these to try to cheer me up, and it actually did cheer me up quite a bit. I'm pretty excited to even have this. Such a great little machine. I loved the Commodore 64 back in the day. I did not own a Commodore 64. I was an Atari 800XL guy, mainly because that's what my parents bought me for my birthday. I did ask for a Commodore 64, but they bought me an Atari. So I'm not going to be, particular what computer. As long as I got a computer, I was happy when I was a kid. But I had a buddy that had a Commodore 64, and we really enjoyed messing around with it and playing games and doing other things with it. It's actually a really cool computer system. But anyway, here's a C64 Mini by Retro Games. This is pretty awesome. I love this box artwork. It's very nice. Of course, on the back it shows some of the classic games that's included on it. And a full list of all the games is down here. And one of the ones I'm really interested in, of course, is Chip's Challenge. They have, what's that one game I like? Oh, Jumpman 2 on here. They got the Temple of Ashfi. I love that game. Used to play it a lot back in the day. And another neat thing about this machine is you can update the firmware to it over on the C64 Mini website and be able to load your own games onto this thing. Now, how freaking cool is that? That's what's really got me excited about this, the ability to add games to it via USB stick, like that right there. So let's open this bad boy up here and take a look at the actual components inside. Release the Kraken. There we go. Wow! That's a freaking awesome box inside. Look at this. That's so freaking cool. And it's nice looking. I can't get over how cool the packaging that they've done on this. It's so cool. So we pop it open. And inside we have, dun-dun-dun, wow, the C64 Mini and a classic Commodore joystick. I love this joystick. So let's take out the little mini guy first. Oh man, this I just can't get over this packaging. It's so cool. So here's the little C64 Mini itself. Got that classic design. Now the keyboard doesn't work on this. It's just for show, but it is a really nice looking case. The only thing they left off was the little characters on the front of the keys right down in here like the regular Commodore 64 had. But I don't care. It's still cool. Of course, on the side we have our two USB ports, power switch, HDMI out, and our power input. Really, really nice. Let's see what else we got in this box here. Let's put this up there for a second. Underneath this little hidden compartment here, we have our power cable. It doesn't come with an AC adapter, but those things are a dime a dozen. Basically what I've done is I just plug this into my USB port on my computer and just power off my computer is all I do. And of course we have an included HDMI cable. That's awesome. We've got a couple of manuals and stuff down here. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is neat. Retro Reborn, the world's first retro game subscription service. Official licensed game, exclusive challenges, official leaderboards at antstream.com. Wow! I'm going to have to check that out and see what that is. That sounds pretty cool. Then we have our C64 Beanie Quickguide. Oh, man. Retro Games Limited did a really good job with this. Wow. Goes through all the how to use the system, all the different connectors. It's in different languages, how to use the joystick. You see the joystick has a lot of buttons on there. Basically, it's taking the place of a keyboard. You can plug a USB keyboard into this little C64 Mini as well and use it just like a regular Commodore 64. So it's almost like having a Commodore 64 again, since you can hook a keyboard up to it and program, because it does have Commodore Basic on here. And then, of course, we have that really awesome joystick. Oh, avalanche! Retro-lanche. Put that back in there. Really cool looking joystick. Let's get this stuff out of the way. I have a whole lot of room on my table here. So here we go. We got the joystick that came with it. Two nice big fire buttons. Feels kind of good. It does have micro switches in it, but it does feel kind of nice. And all the other extra buttons we have. That is a neat joystick. It has a real nice feel to it. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's hook this bad boy up and take a look at the games that are built in, the menu screen and everything. Then we're going to try to update the firmware, and we're going to try to load a couple games that I remember playing back in the day that I really loved. Alright, we'll turn this bad boy on. Fire in a hole. Oh, awesome. I like that background music. Of course, you can turn it off in case you don't want to listen to it while you're selecting a game, which is kind of cool. I'll leave it off for now. So what games do we have on here? We got 64. We have like Alley Cat, Anarchy, Avenger, Basic, Battle Valley, Boulder Dash, Breakdance, California Games, cool, Chips Challenge. Oh, I love puzzle games. Coil Cop, Confusion, Cosmic Causeway, Cyberdyne Warrior, Cybernoid, Cybernoid 2, Deflector, Destroyer, Everyone's a Wally, Firelord, Gateway to Apshai. Oh, I love that game. Wow, what's that? Gribbly's Day Out, Heartland, Herobotics, Highway Encounter, Hunter's Moon, Hysteria, Impossible Mission, Impossible Mission 2, IO, Jumpman, yeah, Jumpman 2, Mega Apocalypse, Mission AD, Monty on the Run, Netherworld, Nobby the Aardvark, Nodes of Yesod, Paradroid, Pit Stop 2, Ranorama, Robin of the Wood, Silicon Warrior. Oh, I love this game. Played a lot on my Atari. Skate Crazy, School Days, Snare, Speedball, Speedball 2, Spin Dizzy, Street Sports Baseball, Street Sports Basketball, Street Sports Soccer, Summer Games 2, Super Cycle, Sword of Fargol. Oh, Temple of Apshi Trilogy. Oh, I love this one. It's a great one. The Ark of Yezad, C64 Hall of Fame, Thing on a Spring, Tower Toppler, Trailblazer, Uridium, West Bank, Who Dare Wins 2, Winter Games, World Games, Zanaps. And we're back to Alley Cat. Pretty nice selection of games there. It's pretty cool. And you notice on the bottom of the screen, we have a little monitor symbol. We can set Pixel Perfect or European 4x3, North American 4x3, CRT Pixel Perfect. Kind of cool. Gives you different display options. Next door to that, you set the language of the system. English, Deutsch, Espanol, Francois, or Italiano. And then next over there, we have some system configurations. We have USB keyboard. When you plug a USB keyboard in this thing, you can select what kind you have: UK, US, German, Spanish, French, Italian. Pretty awesome. Of course, legal notices. System information. You go here to see what your latest build of the firmware is, which right now the latest one is 1.1.4. I've already updated my firmware. It's a real easy process. We'll go ahead and take a look at it right now really quick. Firmware update found. C64 114 bin. You wish to upgrade to this firmware? Yes, I do. So it's updating. Updating the firmware. Boop. Should reset. Right, there we go. So as you can see, super simple to update the firmware on this thing. And of course you have your factory reset. Well, now that I've got a software update in here, I'm able to load more than one game on my USB stick. Got quite a few of them on here. I'll try a couple of them out here in just a second. First, let's look at a couple of the built-in games. So let's go take a look at, let's take a look at Silicon Warrior. That's a game I played a lot of on my Atari 100 computer. It's actually a really fun game. Basically, you're trying to connect 5 of those squares in a row, kind of like tic-tac-toe. And you're running around here changing the colors. Well, the evil guys, your opponents, they can change the colors back to theirs. It's a very challenging game, especially if you get more than one character on the screen. So let's give it a try real quick. Silicon Warrior. Awesome. Human players 1. Yep. I want 1. Oh, 1. Oh, there we go. And 1 computer player. Now we can do 5 chips in a row. We can play black holes, laser fire. A lot of different things you can do. It's pretty cool. We'll just play the regular game here. So basically you just move around. You got to stop for a second to claim a square. And once you connect 5 in a row, oh, who's going to get it? I won! Yes! Do it again. Oop. Uh-oh. Oh, he took that square. Let's see if I can take it back from him. I come over here. Here we go. Oh, he just took my square. Oh, no! No! Oh, he won. Isn't that cool? I love that game. So let's try another one here. Let's go try, let's see. What's another good one we can take a look at here real quick? No, don't want to do that one. Let's see, what will we play? Can't wait to Ashfly take too long. Cybernoid 2, Coffee Koi Combo. Oh, Boulder Dash. Let's do Boulder Dash. That's a good classic game. Oh, I love this game. Alright, let's collect some diamonds. Whoop. Don't let a boulder drop on you. Oh! I like that digging sound. Oh, that was close, man. I think I almost have enough. Yep, the door just opened. So I gotta get to the doorway. Where's the doorway? There's the door. Oh, that's cool sound effects. That's friggin' awesome. Pretty cool. Alright, now let's take a look at a couple games on the USB stick. So right off the bat, I'm going to load in one that I really like. It's a pinball game. Where'd it go? Where did the pinball... There it is. Pinball Power. You see it loads in. Loading, loading. Oh yeah, here we go. Now a lot of times you gotta use your joystick to bring up the virtual keyboard, where you can go in and type in different letters, hit the run stop, all that stuff. It's very cumbersome, but it's a lot better if you have a USB keyboard plugged in to the C64 Mini. And basically what I did is I got one of those travel USB hubs, so I have the joystick and the USB stick plugged into that, plugged into the Mini, and then my keyboard plugged into port 1, and it works really well. So I'll hit the escape key, that's the run stop, the space bar, is basically your enter key or something like that. It'll take it a second here to load. So F1 starts the game, F7 launches the ball, C key left flipper, cursor left right key right flipper. Actually, it's the C64 key is the left flipper I discovered, which is the Windows symbol on the keyboard. So let's give the game a run here. Let's give it a try. Run stop. Unlimited balls. No. Hit in. In. Where's in? There it is. In. Oh, I love this. This is a really cool pinball game. So we hit F1 to start a new game. Boop. Okay. So the Windows key is that flipper, and the left arrow key is the other flipper. So we'll launch the ball hitting F7. Oh, here we go. Oh, cool. Oh, no, not down the middle. Ooh. The physics are really good on this game. It's kind of cool. Whoa. Oh, right down the middle. Do another one. Spun that spinner. It's kind of a really cool 3D pinball game. Oh yeah, just keep falling in there. Yeah, got the bonus lit up. Ooh, oh, got some moving. I mean, I love electronic pinball games. This is just right up my alley. It's so freaking cool. Let's do one more ball. Boop. Back. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pinball power. Awesome. Oh, almost went down the middle. Oh! Isn't that freaking cool? That is so awesome. So we exit the game here. So overall, you know, this is actually a really good little system here. Let's turn the music back on. I like the music. The joystick, it has a lot to be desired. It could be a little bit better. Let's take a close look at the joystick real quick, and then I'll give my final thoughts on the system. Well, here's the joystick that came with the unit. It's kind of a neat joystick. It's modeled after the classic one that you can get for the Commodore 64. Has a lot of different buttons on here. We have, like, you know, the bring up the virtual keyboard, all that good stuff. We have scroll key, enter key, space bar, all kinds of stuff on this joystick. It doesn't have the micro switches. It has like these little tactile switches in there. It's okay. It's got fairly a nice feel. I wish it would have had micro switches though. But it seems to be okay. I've had a little bit of trouble playing some games with this joystick, but overall it responds really well. And of course down here you can see a better view of my setup so I can play some games using the keyboard. Unfortunately, I wish they would have put one more USB slot on here to allow you to plug your keyboard in with the joystick and a USB dongle. So what you have to do in order to get this to work, you can't plug in the keyboard after the fact. Like, for example, you load a game, unplug the dongle, plug in the keyboard, it won't work. The system has to power up with the keyboard attached before it recognizes it to use it to play the games. So like I was saying earlier, I just went and got a travel USB hub. It's made by Insignia. Got that at Best Buy. It was like $14.99 or something like that. And I have my USB dongle into it and my keyboard, and they go right into this second port, and I leave my joystick plugged in here. Anytime you unplug the joystick, if you're inside of a game, it's going to boot right back out to the main menu again. So you never want to unplug the joystick when you're messing around with this thing, otherwise it'll boot you right out of the game. Another pain in the derriere to play keyboard games on here. But other than that, I really like the system. It's actually pretty neat. I never owned a Commodore 64 back then. I would have loved to have one. I got an Atari instead. That's what my parents got me. But this kind of makes up for it. It's basically a little Commodore 64 in a little tiny package. It's pretty cool. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the C64 Mini? Did you pick up one of these as well? If so, what games do you like that it came with? There's a few you liked. There's only a few that I liked on the 64 that came with it. But overall, you know, it's a very enjoyable little system. Anyway, thanks for watching. Now I'm going to play some Temple of Apshai.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, cool. Whoa! Oh man, they're ganging up on me. Yeah! Whoa! Missed! Get about us! Ooh! Oh, got me. Uh-oh. Oh! Awesome!